is up? What is up? What's good, y'all? Happy Wednesday, everybody. Hopefully, y'all Wednesday is going fun. I'm trying out a new time, seeing if we can get more engagement. Whether you're scrolling up or scrolling from your left to right, I just want to say thank you for stopping by at Bible and Beats, where on Wednesday, this is me trying to get on my FL Studio DAW, BeatMakin, slash unboxing whatever type of sound pack that I feel like wanting to unbox at the time, whether it's a throwback. Why aren't you showing? What's a throwback pack or not? And hello, what's up with the chat? All right, and I know I got the copy stream up here. All right, I'll just delete that. And yeah, so where we go unbox for a good first half an hour, 40 minutes on whatever sound pack I got, and then we open discussion, whatever's on your mind. It don't have to be Bible related on Wednesdays. I try to make it whatever the topic is, whether you want to come in on the panel, ask questions. If you got some concern that's on your mind that you want to talk about, then that's what Wednesdays really are all about. I'm trying to keep those within like an hour, hour and a half, so we can have like an hour, hour and a half stream all together for Wednesdays. Because Thursdays, y'all know, is all about that Bible reading, the deep diving, and then the 8-bar outros. All right. Let me start off the stream with prayer. Thank you, Lord Almighty, for this time that you have given each and every one of us. I want to thank you for using me for on this YouTube platform for me to be an example. Trying to be an example for your kingdom by treating others the way that they should be treated, and loving anybody and everyone that comes and stops on the channel. I pray that people come out of here just more uplifted, entertained, just knowing that this is a safe place, non-judgment place, and that we're just here to enjoy our days while we're up here. All glory goes to you, and thank you for this time you have given. This supplication I pray in the risen Lord Jesus Christ. Amen. Alright. Alright, so we're gonna get into the unboxing portion of this. If you're stopping by, I would definitely appreciate it, because we are a small YouTube stream for now, and Lord willing, we will be one of the ones that y'all could just come to. All right, let me see what is up with this. Can I pin it now? All right, there we go. And later, if y'all want to join the panel, that is the link. And as soon as y'all are ready to join the panel, that's when I will stop my unboxing, and we can get to talking. All right. So without further ado, as y'all can see on the headline, right? WavGrind Hit Lab unboxing. So to kind of challenge myself and to like try to show WavGrind that I do this, the only sounds that I'm going to use for this unboxing will be nothing but WavGrind and the producer Hit Lab stuff. All right, and as I can see already, I'm up in it. All right, so let's see what 808s they got up in here. I'm gonna try to change it up as I go with different genres, different tempos, different sounds, just so y'all can see for my producer heads out there that are stopping by on the channel. This is like the beats portion of today. So y'all know what the pack got, alright? So on the hit lab, as y'all can see on the window here, on the hit lab, can y'all see this? I think this is alright. Okay, just to make sure y'all can see. Alright, on the hit lab 808s, you have a total of 125 different 808s to choose from the drum sample library all alone. So we're going to use 112, and this is going to be random sound placements for now, just so we can get a good vibe from it. Alright, again, producer hit lab. I'm not going to even get into the circle drum kit bundle. I'm just going to hit the hit lab drum sample so y'all know. Alright, let's go with the kicks. This one has a total of 155 different kicks. I just want to show y'all that when it comes to Bell Ringer Productions, right, we will never run out of sounds. So whatever beats y'all hear from this channel, or from my IGs, or for whatever, is from Bell Ringer Productions, number one. And two, I have so many different sounds, I will never run out of, Lord willing, I will never run out of creativity when it comes to piecing and putting together sounds, alright? So, I mean, I try to be diverse with it, but I'm mainly a hip-hop, R&B head, and that's just what it is, alright? But I could try to expand my my producer palette and try to come up with what I can. Whether Afro beats, reggaeton, pop, EDM, I could do that. Alright, let's go 130. Alright, just to change up the claps and the snaps real quick. Let me see where the snap is at. And again, I want to thank each and every one of y'all for even stopping by on my channel on a Wednesday. Y'all can be anywhere else. This is diverse pool kit. Y'all can be anywhere else, but y'all decided to chill with Adrian Belgrave, so I definitely appreciate that. The one and only, as far as I know. Let's go by. Let me see if I can have a snap on this pack real quick. Alright, let me get. Dang. Alright, for time purposes, I'm going to leave the snap where it's at, but I'm going to change the claps up, alright, at least. So the snaps are going to say where they're at, but for the claps are going to, since I know where they're at, I'm just going to do nothing but those sounds, alright? So again, let me get out of this folder. And then once I get this drum kits down, that's when I'm going to concentrate on the melodies, because really that's what the main selling point are when it comes to these sound packs, or what type of different melodies they have, alright? But let me get through this drum pack real quick. And I don't do drum loops because I like placing my own drums. That's why we're not doing drum loops, alright? But for those producers that use them, let's go 8 with that. Yeah, those for those producers that use drum kits, you know, respect to you and all that, but that's just not my steez, all right? Hey, yo, what's good? What's good? Everybody stopping by. What's up, Rainbow Ash? What's up, Mr. Weed? I see y'all. Thank you for stopping by. Much love to everybody up in here. I'm just placing y'all coming at the very beginning. Thank you guys very much. I appreciate y'all and y'all support. I'm laying down the drum kits real quick, and then we're gonna go through. Y'all could talk amongst yourselves, catch up with everybody, catch up with the chat and everything. As y'all can see, I'm going through the drum kits real quick. I'm trying to place the different sounds, so I can set the vibe and we can get it in. Hopefully y'all Wednesday's doing alright. And I'm glad that I'm able to screen share so y'all can see your brother as I work. Alright, clap 35. Alright, I got those clap chains. So I got these 3 to change real quick. I'm going to leave these right here. And then as far as the hats, come on, babe. And as far as the hats, and y'all can see the white passing by, the better hat. You know what I mean? Chilling like a villain, yeah. Hey, this is where y'all want to talk amongst yourselves as I get my sounds going. I definitely appreciate that. You know. Okay. And yeah, let me just set down these sounds. Here's what I got so far. But I'm about to change all that in a minute. So I'm gonna let this run and then I'll change it real time, alright? Alright, let's get it. And if you think you got some bars for this, or if this is the type of sound y'all want for y'all channel, again, we could talk logistics and stuff. And J Money, your butt needs to leave a comment so I could make you a mod. Alright? I mean, I'm telling you, bro. Rainbow Ash is one. Mr. Weed is one. I got 2 others. Shout out to the sister in Christ, Zero Grade, and my brother in Christ, Mac the Human. They are also, and you know, the wife is the ultimate mod up here. But you know what I mean. But hey, Jay, that's for you, alright? Leave that at the end of the string. Alright, let me change up these sounds and let's do it. I'm on mute for now, okay? And I'm gonna open up the panel. What time is it? It's 5:43 now. I say about like 6:15-ish. I'll open up the open panel, and then we could stop with the unboxing. I put on the headphones, and we could what's the call? And then we can get the open panel and discussing in. All right. But all right, let me change up these claps though, at least. Yeah, because I got sound capsule sounds up in here. I want this to be nothing but hit lab stuff. So, hey, how's y'all Wednesday? What's going on? How was the day so far? You know, whether it's with your significant other, you know what I mean, family. How was y'all day? Where are you at? Alright, producing, hit lab, bab. I'm still chasing up claps. That sounds like good. Alright, let's go here. Alright, let me snap it up real quick. All right, let me just change up a few. Like I said, I got two more claps to change. I'll leave the hi hats aside. I just want to change the melody so we're not dang 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 da dang 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 all night. You know what I mean? And I'm hoping, and I'm hoping, and whether I put this on a poll or not, if this is a good time for me to start my lives, I'm saying 5:30 to like 7. I'll say like an hour, hour and a half. You know what I mean? If this is a better time for me to go live, let a brother know, and then I could what's up, lounge around doing some chores. All right. Hey, I mean, I did some chores myself. You know what I mean? And I handled some washing the laundry. I'm still on my third load, real quick. You know, getting some laundry in, cleaning up. We're still kind of on the unpacking a little bit, but it's starting to feel more like home. So I mean, that's what these days are for. I'm on the day off chilling, but I'm still in a way kind of handling business. You know what I mean? Hello. All right, now let's change the actual melody. All right, I can change. Let me do these hi hats real quick. This is how my brain works, y'all. I want to just jump from one thing to another, but I want to make sure all integrity when I say I'm using only the producer hit um lab sounds. That's really what I want to use. So nobody can say, "Oh, Adrian said it was this sound." You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean. We're still getting that. Hey, Kitty, she got her little office set up, right? To where she got her little tables going. She got a little cricket setup going. So far for her cricket machine, she got the cricket, the Joy Extra. She also got the Cricket Maker 3. I'm trying to hook a brother. I'm trying to hook my wife up with the best. So she got all that. And yeah, I mean, so we at least got her setup going. And I'm gonna get one of those microphones for the stream. So one of those long armed ones that I see on freaking YouTube streams all the time. So I'm about to get one of them things instead of like the little pocket microphones and stuff. I plan on getting like the long stretched out mics. And shout out to Resist. Obviously, he said about using that audio splitter. So because I kind of want to have an open panel slash with the beats in the background at the same time. But currently is one of those I gotta sacrifice one of the audios. But yeah, had a quick day out working out, just here chopping a fat blunt. Hey, that's what it is. You feel me? We don't discriminate, and we don't judge on the vices up in here. You feel what I'm saying? Wednesday, wilding out Wednesdays. you know. All right, now let me change up these hats. Let me change up the melody, and then we can get it in. All right, I'm gonna go 11 random placement, random placements. All right, gosh, where full pack, bad. But yeah, y'all, while I'm at doing this, please, I encourage y'all to please talk amongst yourselves, get to know each other better. That is how, personally, me engaging in chats is how I got to know the people and got to know my ninjas now. You feel what I'm saying? So I encourage engagement uh, amongst ourselves. You know what I mean? That's what this is for. And please, since how Mr. Weed to point out, I'm very bad. I'm bad when it comes to promo. if you want to put a if you want to click on that notification bell while you're here, so you know when a brother goes live, y'all know, oh shoot, Asia's on live. Let's see what's up. Let's see what the channel is cooking up. You know, I would definitely appreciate it. And of course, please like and share. We are almost at 80 subs. I'm trying to reach that magical 100 number so I could have either some type of freaking giveaway. I'm trying to make something special for like every 100 subscribers that I get. I want to come with like some type of something special. So I'm trying to make that a special event. So that's 23 away, y'all. You know, I'm 3 away from 80, 13 from 90. You feel what I'm saying? So if we can get there, I would. There you go. Yes, please lick it, freaking kiss it, imprint it. You feel what I'm saying? Like put that thumbs up if y'all enjoying the vibe, because that is what we are all about, having good vibes up in here. All right, please do that. All right, official Melanie change. Where is the Melanie? Is called Nightfall. All right, and that is on the sound capsules going on 2000. So let's see what the Hit Lab got. All right, so the Hit Lab Melanie library, and again, here are the choices. Producer heads out there. It got EDM, hip hop, lo-fi, chill, pop, R&B, reggae, and trap. I'm feeling kind of hip hopish right now, so let's see what they got under the hip hop. All right, let's go with let's go with God. That was cool. Let's go Haunt. All right, now let's see how that sounds. I already labeled that one. You know what? Let me go and exclusive listen first. All right, you see these? If y'all can see the folder, I already got some already timestamped and see what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hit up the ones that are kind of exclusive to me or ones I don't remember listening to, and let me see if I can mess with that real time with y'all. All right? Oh wow, what we got going on? Chick-fil-A here is bland as hell. Oh, yeah. Hey, Chick-fil-A here is all right. It's kind of expensive, especially the dang parfaits. Oh my gosh, man, you paying like $10 just for a parfait and chicken and it's kind of expensive. Yeah, and I'd rather go to Church's chicken anyway if I had to choose between them two. I agree with you on that. Alright, let's see what this melody sound like. Sounds about right. Eat cheese, but I got some Chick-fil-A tenders. You don't eat cheese? Bruh, what's wrong with you not eating cheese? Cheese is one of the best things I ever have. You lactose tolerant or something? Look at that. Chick-fil-A during Pride Month. Oh yeah, you know, they are definitely heavy backers of Pride Month. Chick-fil-A is all about that. If you know, you know. Alright, let me go exclusive listen with y'all. Alright, hip hop, let's go for love. Excuse my pain. If it's alright, I'll put it on the doll. Okay, we got a ghostly one up in here. Let's go. 140. This is now. Keep in mind, I think this came out in 2024. So that's the type of vibe that it got. This is a throwback unboxing. All right, let's go 140. I'll go 42. Alright, put on these claps I put in now. Yeah. Alright. You see how I got these aligned right here? Let me see where it actually ends and where it starts. Now, when I do that, that tells me. Now, for those that are musically like don't know what's up, right? These melodies right here, they end in A bars. So A bars is like this. Ba ba da ba ba da ba ba. Ba ba da ba ba da ba da ba ba. Actually four. Ba da ba ba da da ba 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 da ba 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 da 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 da. Right? You know. So that's a 4 bar. That's a 4 bar melody. So if I wanted to do a 8 bar, like how I do my 8 bar rap summaries, stuff, you know, shameless plug on my videos. Check those out toward the end of the videos that are uploaded on my channel. I do rap summaries for the Bible readings. All right, on Thursdays. What's up with you and that? What's up with you and that cheese? Nah, the smell just turns my stomach. I used to eat it as a kid, but just one day it messed up my stomach. Man, it must have been Limburger cheese or freaking government cheese or bad mozzarella cheese. Come on, man. We talking Velveeta cheese, mac and cheese, man, cheese burgers, double cheese. And you saying you can't have no? I mean, I can't have no burger without cheese, bro. I can't do it. I can't have no. I mean, I really can't have no type of like those elbow macaroni things without cheese on it. Uh, I think it's blasphemy to have a burger without cheese on it. I don't know what to say. Besides, Sonic is better in my. Oh, hey, I give props to Sonics. Now, I would take Sonics over Burger King. I would take Sonics. What's that other one? I'll take Sonics. They do got some. They got some good freaking drinks, and even the burgers are pretty good. I'll take them over Burger King. And guess what I freaking found out? They freaking let me put this beat back on. They freaking taking away the big art from McDonald's. Now to me, that was like a Big Mac times 2. Like I could eat a big art like a mother, and I want to go and like slap Ronald McDonald and be like, bruh, what are y'all thinking for taking out the dang big art from your menu? You know what I mean? That didn't make sense to me. Yeah, let me realign these up. And how I'm gonna do this unboxing, so I think most of these melodies are freaking 4 bar melodies. So I'm gonna go first 16 bars with one melody, and then I'm gonna go the last 16 bars with a lower octave, different type of melody, but in the same genre. See how that transitions, and we're gonna go on from there. All right. And then, all right, and for time purposes, let me get that 11 on bat. And as y'all can see, I'm doing this in real time. So when I say I try to get these beats on, that's exactly what I do. And let's go. I'll make this. That one's for the 10 bap. So I'll make this channel the number 11. Actually, just so y'all seeing this, I'm deleting these channels. I got so many freaking channels on this dang dog. And then I'm going to duplicate this one. clone rather. So the same stretching properties are good to go. And then with my other alright, same, similar, but as y'all can see, this one's called Graves. So it's different. And that's a 42. Let's put that up there. So then for the 11, just to make sure that it goes. Yeah, so alright, so now that goes. Let me put these 11s here. So that's how I'm gonna do this unboxing real quick. What time is it? 6:01. Alright, so 6:15. Hey, what's up, Lil? What the freaking deal up in here? Alright, hey, shout out to Lil of all trades. If you haven't yet, please sub to her channel. She does streams with what's old boy's name? Kentucky Atheist, right? She does streams with Kentucky Atheists about, you know, getting on the political end. So if you're good with politics, you know what I mean? And she also does streams with her man, I don't want to disrespect, with her man Ambush Apostate. So she does streams for them. So hey, people that are on the chat, sub to each other, alright? If you got, you know, most of y'all know each other, but I'm saying, thank you guys again. Please like and share and everything. Yeah, hey mods, link her channel. I don't know what that, you know, there you go. Bam. So there you go. Please sub to her channel. Again, she's cool people. And you know what I mean? She's one of those that supports the channel. You know what I mean? So definitely much love. Alright? Thank you for stopping by. We're just going over the hit labs. I'm about to change up some of these sounds real quick. Just setting this up on the DAW. And then let's go at the beginning. This is what I got so far. Ooh, is that on? Oh, there you go. I'll slow this down. Yeah, I like 140. Oh, shoot. I didn't make this stretchable. Ah, my bad. That's why. Ah, yes. Why are you not? Do I gotta do this for everyone? Alright, so this is what we got. Hey, there you go, Jay. So yeah, I'ma just vibe with y'all, doing this unboxing real quick. And we're gonna change up the vibe in a little bit. I just wanna see if this works out. There we go. Make sure everything is everywhere. I'm a perfectionist like that. So now those are set up as far as melodies, as far as melody placements, right? Here's what that is. Now I'm about to sew this up. That's right. I'm about to change up the hats on this. Hey, let's support each other. This is what it's all about. Support each other, whether you believe or not. Know what I mean? It's all about love at the end of the day. We gotta love one another. And like I talked about, love one another deeply. Know what I mean? Now I'm about to change it up once again. We're about to get into some boom bapping up in here. Let's see what they got. Alright, let me see if I can make that work. That's a 142. Put that on the auto tip. No. And then I'm going to change this one. Let's go. There we go. And then this one's gonna be money. And then and y'all can see on the photo right there. This one, that's how I'm probably gonna end this. I'm probably gonna end the beat, the unboxing portion of this with that melody right here. Alright. Let's go money right here. And that one is a 92. No. Oh, come on. Auto. Alright, let me gosh dang it. Let me go 142 here. No. Auto. Stretch. Stretch. Alright, let's see how this goes, y'all. And I live in the West Coast, y'all, so, but, yeah. There we go. Alright, now let me play with the kicks real quick. I'm about to change this 808 though. Oh, there we go. There you go. Hopefully y'all enjoying the beats. Hopefully y'all enjoying the vibes. Nah, I mean, this is just me unboxing the Hit Lab, trying to show WavGrind some love real quick. And then if y'all want to join the panel again, if I think it's pinned. I don't think I pinned it. Let me pin this up, alright? So if y'all want to join the panel, y'all, we're about to wrap it up in a little bit as far as the unboxing portion. Cause I want to talk so much, y'all. And if y'all got something to say, Jay, if you got any questions, you know what I mean, about what we discussed, or if you just want to shoot the stuff on the open panel, that's what Wednesdays is for. All right. So I encourage everybody again, please like, please subscribe if you haven't yet. Go in a lick and like that thumbs up, cause we all about good vibes up in here. Yeah, I like this money one. I might add on this. Alright. Alright, now I want to go change the other melody real quick. And then we're going to open up to open panel time, y'all. Again. I want y'all to join the panel if y'all want to chit chat, whether it's a one-on-one or if you want to have the groups amongst y'all want to come up on a panel and talk for a little bit. That's what that time is gonna be for. All right. All right. Let me go and oh, it's on the free pack real quick. Oh no, wrong channel. Bad. Alright, last little hit lab. I'm a hustler to the core, just letting y'all know. See, some of them are hit and miss. Y'all hear that? I'm good on that. Yeah, so this one for the watch, that one's a 170. Goodness gracious. All right, 170. I don't know. See, I can't wait to get off of that. This is probably gonna be a and the money, we're gonna change that one up. Let's see. Ba-da-ba. That was called Science. Severance. Why did I say no on that one? Why did I say no on that one? That sounds like some superhero time, man. Let me. I don't know why I put no on. See, some of these I don't remember why I labeled them the way I did, and this is kind of me trying to find out. So when it comes to future content with music and stuff, I know what to pull up and what not. That's a 120. Oh no, stop. 120. I guess for now, auto. And I gotta. And these are not the claps for this beat. Here we go. Put on my fast pass up in here. We're gonna get on the open panel portion a little bit, y'all. Just wanna kind of cook with this real quick. See if these sounds will go for like a protect or something. Woo! Y'all heard that? Hold up. Hold up. Hopefully y'all enjoying the vibes and stuff. Hey. Man, I want to, bro. Hey, no way, hey. But I got riders by like a mug, bro. That happens. That happens. Let me see where am I at. Just be straight. Hey, I'm trying to network. I don't know what it is. This is me trying to network, y'all. You know what I mean? Yeah, hey. If you know anybody that really got some bars. Y'all hear that? Probably that's why I said no. Alright, well, let me let me change that up. I'll go that one. And that should fit right there. Hopefully. Alright, hey, yeah, hey. Talk about it, Mr. Weed. Yeah. Hey, that's a fact. That is. Alright, good. Hey, I'm about to open up the panel in a minute. So, if you want to come and join up, hey, this will be the time, y'all, to hit that pin, that thing, because we're about to go up. That's what's up, bro. I appreciate you. Hey, I've been me since day one. So I ain't gotta. I don't have to fake the funk. I don't gotta be anybody. That's, I'm unapologetically me, and I love that about it. You know what I mean? I don't have to be anybody else. I always strive to be myself, and yes, yeah. When it comes to yeah, you're right. Mr. We've been there from jump. I consider him one of my lifelong. Oh, okay. Hey, good looking. Hey, shout out to the bro Resist. aka Burns, aka your other 80 different accounts. You know what I mean? I appreciate you stopping by, bro. I'm about to open up. All right, this is official, like, open panel time. All right. So if you're amongst those that want to join up with me to go and discuss whatever is on your mind. Again, it don't have to be Bible related. It don't have to be out. You know, it don't have to be Bible related. It could be whatever is on your mind. It could be sports, for crying out loud. You know what I mean? Just know though, even though my Knicks didn't win, and I say my Knicks because you know I'm born in Brooklyn, but I have been raised in San Diego, so I kind of got the best of both worlds. So I say that and saying, once football season come up, y'all, all right, it will always be about the San Francisco 49ers. All right, I've been a Niner fan since Dana Stubblefield, Merton Hanks, freaking you know, Joe Montana and Jerry Rice, those are the cliches. You know, any bandwagons could say that. But if you don't know who Brian Young is, or if you don't know who Tim McDonald is, you know, those are the Niners that made me a fan of being the Niners. All right. Did you get Wonder Bread? White bread? Huh. Yeah, you know, soggy white bread is good too. But I said all to say, come football season, y'all, it's all about the Niners. So I'm gonna be emotionally attached when it comes to the football season. All right. So again, this is open panel time. All right. So I do want to open the floor. Like, if you want to join the panel, invite guests. Yeah, copy the link. I'ma add it again. Alright? Bam. If you want to join the panel. Oh, you named it Soggy White Bread? Oh man, I could imagine dry black bread or something. You know what I mean? Somebody coming up with something like that. That would be funny. So yeah, hey, if y'all want to join the panel again, I could play beats till like 7 o'clock. That I could still either like this is either I could still do the unboxing, put in random stuff in. Y'all listen to pleasure. There's no reading, there's no deep diving today. There's no be spitting no bars. This is us chilling amongst ourselves, you know, shooting it with the homies and the homegirls, you know what I mean? This is what the vibe is for Wednesdays on the channel, all right? Where you can just be yourself, you know what I mean? I welcome it, you know what I mean? Don't come fake with it, and be your authentic you. Just be respectful to people. All I ask is that you're respectful to the mods, you're respectful to the guests that are here, you're respectful to the subscribers that are here, and you're respectful to the people that are about to join the panel. That's all I ask. Other than that, please engage amongst yourselves. I'ma try to entertain y'all with some hit lab sounds from WavGrind. And until I get somebody popped up on a panel, this is what it is for today. And I'm hoping, again, please, if this new time for me, we are in almost an hour in, we're 55 minutes in, all right? If this is a good starting time, which is 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, for the live streaming from Bible and Beats, please leave it on a comment, leave it on the chat. I will definitely keep it in consideration for this to be the official starting time to get it in when it whether it comes to our Wednesdays unboxing slash open panel or Thursdays Bible reading slash open panels. 5:30 to either 7 or 7:30. You know, that's the time frame that I'm trying to experiment with y'all. Hopefully that it does work out. So it could be the new time. Leave it on the comments. Please leave y'all opinions. And I will definitely put that in consideration. All right. Now, time for me to change up the vibes. All right, enough of the hip hop. Let's go, bada. Let's go with some pop stuff real quick. Let's see what the hit lab. As y'all can see, I didn't timestamp any of these. All right. And again, if y'all want to join the open panel, it is pinned and it is on the chat. If you want to come and join and go and talk to me about something what's on your mind, it could be any type of topic. You know what I mean? I'm not going to care on Wednesdays, but on Thursdays we are talking about the chapter that we're reading and what's your perspective on the chapter that we're reading. I don't care whether you believe or not. I value your opinion. And yeah, I know, soggy white bread. That that's definitely original for me. I mean, I hate what or soggy cereal. Soggy cereal is something else. I can't stand soggy cornflakes. Oh my gosh. Now that crap is nasty. All right, let's see what they got for pop. You on my mind? Maybe. I'm just gonna put it down. Us Alone. That's a 135. Let's go. Oh my gosh. I don't know why I started doing it like that, but I guess. And and for the other one, we're gonna stick with the pop. And again, if y'all wanna, this is open panel discussion time, y'all. So again, if you wanna jump up on it, you know, if you want to jump up on the panel and speak your mind, I'm encouraging Mr. Weed. I'm encouraging Resist. I'm encouraging Jay. I'm encouraging anybody that's in here on the chat. Come and join a brother on the panel, and then we can go and talk about what's on your mind. All right, let's go with In My Soul, like as in my soul feel like getting it in on some beats real quick. You know what I mean? Feel like moving around a little bit. So I'm gonna change up the claps. Yeah, I'll re-stress that. Let me put that on auto. Oh, and you're on auto. Alright, so auto stretch. So we can make these stretchable. This one is a 135. Yes, auto stretch. Then we're gonna change up the claps, get some oonce up in it. Let me see if I can change up the claps on this real quick. There we go. Bro, I can't wait. I can finally finish this and have something to move more of it. That's going to be a great troll account. Soggy just goes. I mean, if you want to have a designated troll account, like, I mean, hey, if troll is your thing, hey, I'm not going to stop you. Just don't troll up in here. That's all I ask y'all, alright? Let me see, I slow this down. There we go. Man, I can't wait to freaking like redo this and not re-stretch everything. Again, if y'all enjoying the vibes, I would definitely appreciate if y'all like, share, and tell others to subscribe if they haven't yet. Wednesdays, we just chilling, talking amongst each other, you know, just shooting it. You know what I mean? Nothing too major, nothing too serious. Oh, Jay, all right. You're finally, all right. I see you. Not used to having a nice picture. Y'all know it's working out so far. Again, humble beginnings. I officially see J Money on the background, so we could Oh, I see. Hey, Bang, Dylan's there. Oh, picture. Yeah, I know it is working out. All right, I see Jay in the background, so we're officially cutting off and timing out. So this is the official done with the unboxing portion. All right. And again, thank you guys for, you know, even being here, vibing with your boy. Y'all could be anywhere else on a Wednesday, but y'all being here supporting me. It does mean a lot, and it goes a long way with me. Dylan's here. All right. My nephew came down and stopped by and stuff like that. So make this phone look like nah, bro. It's all good. We're about to get J Money up on stage real quick. Let me all right. Let me turn this off. Let's close out this one real quick. I'm about to get these on. Hopefully connect. All right. My check. All right. We're going to get Jay up on screen. My check. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you good. You hear me?
Yep, you're good. All right. We are officially, y'all, on the open panel portion of the stream. As you can see, the homie clicked on the link and is now part of the panel. If you feel like you want to do the same thing, I won't discriminate at all. You know, we're going to be respectful amongst each other. So, you know, don't be scared. You know what I mean? Like, just come up. We'll go and chill and chat. You know, until 7 p.m. and then we could close it out and go from there. All right. So Jay, speak your mind, bro. What is on your mind? Let the world know what's up.
So what's currently in my mind is a whole bunch of THC from this fat blunt. You know what I'm saying? I'm just chilling right now, man, laying back, you know what I'm saying? Unwinding. So good though, you know. I was asking Chat GPT a whole bunch of questions about the brain as I do, you know.
Hey, hey! I would never like as far as using the AI for any type of studies because I kind of because as everybody well those amongst here know that I'm going through my Old Testament reading, right? So while I'm going through that Old Testament reading for the first time, I use my Google Gemini to freaking to when I got a question and stuff like that, I'll go to Gemini and have it help me answer questions and so forth. Like I say all that and say I have no problem with AI use. Just don't let it take over your creativity. That's my opinion.
For
On
sure.
AI.
And that's what people do. They'll just make everything with the AI. Like I'm not trying to do that. Like I still write music at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Well, I have written music. I haven't wrote music for a while, but you know, I write a verse here and there, but I don't really consider that writing music. It's like you gotta really live that life. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta be in the
You do?
studio, constantly building. That's a person that makes music. Me, I kind of just play with it every now and then. I might kick you a verse or something, but nothing crazy. You
No,
know,
I hear you, man. I hear you. Hey, what's up? Hey, shout out to Mr. Professor Hizzle, my nizzle. Thanks for stopping by, bro.
here's what up.
Yep, yep.
You
And if
bet.
you haven't yet, he's been a supporter too. He always been cordial and cool with me from jump. You know what I mean? So I always shout him out every time I see him. And so shout out to you, Professor Hizzle. If you want to join the panel, bro, like, hey, I have no problems. You see Jay Money up in here,
Yeah,
so I don't know how many people I could invite at one time, but at least up to six as far as I know. So yeah, Mr. Weed is up in here. We got Resist in the building. We got everybody else and their mom up in here. So hey, if you want to join the panel, or just lurking the chats is all good. You know what I mean? It's just whatever makes you comfortable. Hey, much love to you too, bro. Much love. Straight up.
facts. But man,
Yup.
I'm trying to you know, learn a little bit more about this brain study stuff, man. Like, you know, I got crazy ideas, man. I'm just trying to make sense of them. You know what I mean?
Well, speak on it. Like I know, if those that don't know, J Money is all about science and how the brain functions and all the other good stuff like that. That's your steez. So, what is it that you're trying to learn when it comes to the brain study so far, and what is the goal you're trying to reach when it comes to that?
I just know that right now where we at, it's kind of hard to write off the possibility of something more for me. Like I'm not content with just saying, okay, this is what we know and this is enough for me to say. Nothing comes after this. You understand what I'm saying? Like, not only is it
Hmm.
not enough for me to say that, but with the implications of the things that could be happening out there, and with the way we see how just dimensions work with us 2D, 3D, 4D, you know what I'm saying? It's possible that there's higher dimensions and they just work differently. We just don't know, and if we can't access it, okay, that's absence of evidence. But that doesn't mean evidence of absence. It doesn't mean that nothing is there. Like it's just we can't get to it.
Hmm.
There was a point in time where we didn't know about specific atoms, like, but then we learned, we found it. We came up with better technology and we was able to find it. You know, that's how science works. I just think it's gonna keep doing things like that, and eventually, when it does, we'll find something that we could correlate it. But then we still here in the physical, right? We still here in the flesh. I think that for us to see what it really is going to take for us not to be in the flesh no more, not to be limited to the five senses. It's going to take going back to what I think we really are. You know what I'm saying? Something that's in us that leaves us, which I can't prove, but I guess that's what I look for, like signs of like what could it be. You know what I'm saying? And I just go from there. Like, but it's far fetched. I get it. The science doesn't point to that, right? It doesn't. But
Mm-hmm.
it does have areas where it still leaves room for a lot more. And that's why I look, you know, different dimensions, depth, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Conditions that we go to where science could no longer help us. Like once we die, science can no longer help us. We either no longer able to experience this life and nothing else happens, or I was right and then something else happens. There's a transition of sorts. Who knows? You know, I don't know. I see the way we
You
work.
good? You good?
It's like machines. It's kind of like machines. I know we not machines. I know we not like machines. We're not plugged into nothing. We don't work that way. We organic creatures. I get it. But like
Mm-hmm.
what we grow into, like how our brain works, how we got like wiring, how we our veins is kind of like wiring. It's kind of like I don't know. We got iron in us, That's like metal, you know what I'm saying? Like we got iron in our blood. You know what I mean? We got a whole system happening within our body and we don't even realize it happens simultaneously with us. It's kind of fascinating. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. Let me just shout out one of my theist homies up in here, Mac the Human. Thank you for stopping by, bro. And I do believe God does reveal Himself at the right time. Sometimes it takes and sometimes it takes a long time, like a brother like myself. I won't say I recently converted, but I recently was like, full fledged on like getting my Bible reading in and so forth. So I absolutely do believe that. Thank you for stopping by. I do encourage anybody, just like how Mr. J Money is on the open panel. We are on open panel time. The unboxing portion is over with the beat portion, WavGrind unboxing part. So I encourage Mac the Human, if you want to come up on the panel, speak your mind, introduce yourself to people that want to get to know you more. I have no problem. The link is pinned. I think also if you scroll up, the link is on the chat as well. So you didn't miss anything, fam. You get it right into we're getting to the discussion part. Jay Money's talking about how with his science stuff and what he's gonna how he's learning from what science is teaching, so to speak, and he's just expounding on that. If you want to talk any type of other subject or whatever the case is, hop on. Again, this is like open discussion. It don't have to be Bible related. It could be whatever related. That's what Wednesdays are for. Thursdays, that's where we get that Bible in. All right. So go ahead, Jay. I just wanted to shout Mac the Human out, and if he
Nah,
wanted to come up on the panel, he's
salute
more than
to
happy
you,
to.
man. Salute to you, man. Word. But yeah, so that's where I be coming from with man. I know that the science doesn't give me the right to do that, right? It actually might even work against what I'm saying in certain aspects. But one thing it doesn't do, see, it gives us models about how the brain works. It doesn't tell us why it even happens, why all of this comes about. It tells us how it works and gives us great models, but it doesn't really show us the inner workings of it. It says the brain is responsible for certain things, like certain areas of the brain is responsible. But I just
Hmm.
suppose that something deeper going on. Maybe there's something else connecting through our brain. Maybe what we really are is something that's not in us, but that gets processed through us, through our brain, and our brain being alive is the way that that could be done. But when it can no longer happen, it doesn't kill what came before you. That's still out there. It's your life essence. It's your ability to be, to experience and feel. Because remember, none of us are our being, like our bodies. We just carbon material. We just organic material that will decompose and rejoin the Earth's ecosystem and feed the bugs and stuff like that. That's all we are. You see what I'm saying?
Let
So our
me let me let me ask two questions. First,
yeah,
first, Mac the Human. I do want to say I plan on being here. It is like we're like an hour 15 in. If you plan on joining the open panel with Jay, I could extend it a little bit more to like say 7:15 my time. So like say to an hour 45 stream. You know what I mean? If you plan on joining up, if that will give you enough time to get ready to join the panel, I'm willing to extend the time and stuff like that. But if you know what I mean, if you don't plan on to, just want to chill on the chat, I say another half hour, then I'll go wrap it up. And two, Jay, what do you think that thing is?
that's the thing. Like that's where it gets complicated. Because how do you define that? It's almost like trying to define God, right? Like it's a system that I don't even know how it would work, right? Like just the same way I wouldn't know how the fourth or fifth dimension really works. Like despite the math that science gives us, I wouldn't
Heck
know how to
yeah.
describe it, right? So like I wouldn't know what that is. I wouldn't know what that looks like. I would think that it's not something that's like physical. Like I don't know. Maybe it's a force. Maybe it's a particle that we got in us that it's always out there, like that could live through us. Like because I find it out, like we like as soon as we start beating, like our heart beating, you know what I'm saying, and we start breathing in any type of way, like we like once that happens, even in the womb, there's a
Uh,
connection. There's a connection that goes on with you and the environment. Even from the womb, there's a connection to the environment. Like you're still in the womb and your heart is beating, and it requires for forces that exist outside of the womb to have an effect on you. And it's like a process. It's almost like you entering a system, bro. Like you entering a system from something else, from somewhere else. Like you going from a dormant state to being alive. You know what I'm saying? It's like this stuff is structuring itself in a way to produce life. And I'm just saying,
do you
I
think
wonder,
you
if
think
we
that
have.
stuff is something that like that we can physically touch and feel, or is this stuff that we are not visible, that we can't visibly see or can't physically touch?
I mean, maybe we can't. Maybe it's a dimension thing. Maybe it's through our brain and our eyes that this is able to do what it does and experience things in this dimension. You understand what I'm saying? In this way, because our eyes are clearly transmitting stuff. Like our brain doesn't see images, it sees signals and patterns and, you know, rhythms and stuff like that. Like signals, it gets sent stuff like that. You don't have images stored in your brain. What you have is patterns, you know? Something akin to like I don't know, I would compare it to coding, but it's not. Like I know it's not, but when you code something, it starts off in word form. If you look at any console of a web page, it's words on a screen, on a black screen.
Oh,
And
code. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
when you project that code, it gives you the images, but only after you've written the code right. You see what I'm saying? So the computer is processing these codes, and somehow through the code, like it projects these images out. And that's what you see. And it's kind of like we're the physical manifestation of that. Like we could see how it works, we could see what it does, and we could see ourselves doing it. But because we don't have the correct point of view, since we are the thing that we're talking about in this instance, it's hard for us to see. We can't see what came before us or what will come after. We just experience this, we embody in this condition, and
Mm.
we exist. And you know, that's how it is. But maybe, maybe, you know, maybe time works a different way. I don't know. I don't know, man. Like it just be bugging my mind. You know what I'm saying? I be on one, man. I be on one, bro. Like trust me, my head be in the clouds, bro. You know?
Oh man, no, you good, you good. Um, I see that Mac the Human is gearing up to join. Yeah, I encourage Mac the Human. I encourage anybody else that is here, whether you're scrolling up or scrolling to the side, or just happenstance to just my thing just popped by. You know what I mean? If you want to join the panel, I have no problem. I have no problem joining. I have no problem of you joining me and Jay Money on this on the panel while we still have time. It is 6:52. And again, if I get more people that wants to join, or if I get more people like wanting to discuss and stuff like that, then I'll stand for another 15-20 minutes to so we can have more than just two people on the panel. But what I mean, I just want to throw it out there, like this is open panel talk. As you can see, I'm just letting Jay speak his mind about what he got on his mind. You know what I mean? That's the vibe on Wednesday. I don't have no topic or anything to talk about. This is, hey, if you want to freely just get something off your chest, this is no judgment zone up in here. You know what I mean? So, just be you.
I'm just, unpacking my sentiments, because like you said, open topic. That's where I'm kind of coming from with it. It's not really. It's more like something I'm pondering, but like that's something I do all the time on my spare time. I think about all kinds of, what I'm saying, philosophical, crazy
Hmm.
concepts. Because once you're not dealing with science, you're dealing with philosophy. You see what I'm saying? Once you start stepping outside of science, which is the only real way to establish, in my opinion, truth, is through science. Like outside of that, you then step into the realm of philosophy. Now you got to start supposing things, and like maybe not, but science is the most reliable thing. And as I've learned more about it, that's what has made me question like theisms as much as I do. Like it's made me look at it more like uh, a mechanic to like obtain power. You know what I'm saying? Like I could see how uh, a person who has like I don't want to say like well kind of like delusions of grandeur, like they see
Hmm.
themselves as this, like they really believe it. It's not like they don't believe it, like they believe it. You know what I'm saying? So they make this, and then they get followers, and they get power like that. Like it's that just side effect that we're gonna overlook, the fact that so much power comes with this, with controlling the masses, with the way the different time periods were. Like a lot of things came along with that still run concurrent to this day. You see what I'm
Hmm.
saying? But one thing that I notice is that a lot of things that I see doesn't align with what scientific data has revealed later on. So it's like the way I see it is, imagine if the person who literally wrote these words, right? Who wrote these words, imagine if he had our academics of today, like
Oh
2026.
man. Oh
Imagine if
man.
he had that. Imagine if he was able to tap into that resources. I really do believe that the Bible itself would read differently. He would have wrote a more different, intricate, more detailed book that would have been able to talk about things that he would have now known about, but at that time had no way of knowing. He had no way of knowing about the Paleozoic era. Yo, Mac, what up? What's goody, man?
What's up? You guys hear me okay?
Yeah, yeah, for
Oh man,
sure.
you good, bro? Thank you for joining, bro. This is what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. Hey. Hey,
Nice.
I just want to introduce. I want to introduce everybody to Mac the Human. He stumbled upon my channel. I do
Nice.
want to say thank you for stopping by, brother. You know what I mean? And even while you was at work and stuff like that, and thank you for
Yeah.
giving Bible and Beats a chance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
No, I like what you're
we
doing over
small trying to get up.
there.
Nice.
No,
That's
but I
what's
don't want to
up.
Hey.
interrupt J Money's flow there.
Now,
We're talking
what's
some
on
good
your,
stuff.
what's on your mind, Mac? Chime in, man.
No,
Get it off.
no, no. This is hey, Jay. Respectfully, you know what I mean. This isn't Jay's first time being on the panel. You know what I mean.
Mhm.
So since this is your first time being on the panel, I want to get people to get to know you a little bit more. You know what I mean.
All right.
So you're amongst friends here. So
Yeah.
speak your mind. What are you all about? What you believe in and so forth, and you know who is Mac the Human?
I don't know. I don't know.
Right.
That's not important anyway, who I am. I'm somebody that believes that the most important thing in the universe is Christ. And the more
Hey,
I get out of his way, the better things seem to be. but um,
I feel you.
but I also I totally uh, I appreciate the scientific method and the advancements society's made because of the use of it. And so I totally hear what you're saying about you know and about science being important and being a really good like reliable way to get to truth. Um,
Hmm.
the thing about God, or one of the things about God, is that according to the Bible, he hides himself from his creation. He he makes himself available to certain parts of his creation, but he also is the hidden God as well, and that's a tough thing to grapple with. But there's a reason for that. There's a reason. There's a reason for the necessity of faith, and it's deep and it's complicated, but it means that there's going to be people that haven't been shown the truth. Uh, and they're still our family. They're still our brothers and sisters. That doesn't
that's right.
mean I don't love you. But, and you never know when it's going to happen too. Like all of a sudden a light might switch and you might be like, oh, wow. Okay. Like for me, it was kind of a moment where I realized God was already there the whole time. I didn't really recognize him for what he is. So there was a moment where suddenly I was like, "Oh, that's God. Oh, yeah. No, I know about that."
When
And
did that happen? When did that happen for you?
um, I think it probably really like fell on me when I was about 18 years old. I was away for college, kind of had a brand new vista of opportunities and vulnerabilities in front of me. And
Mhm.
but the process, I mean, that was just like a glimpse of like understanding that I'm a theist for whatever that means. To like
Mhm.
developing, studying and developing more sophisticated ideas throughout the years. And part of that journey has been identifying as a non-believer sometimes again. So like after that happened, it's not like I've been like a crazy convert the whole time. I've definitely, God and I have had our
Right.
issues. But
I dig it.
I'm I feel like I'm entering a phase, kind of an old man phase, where I'm comfortable. I'm even comfortable in the parts of my belief system that I can't defend very well. Um, like that doesn't shake me. It's something.
Right. Right.
Yeah, if somebody can even like show me that I believe something that's not reasonable, Like, well, I still believe it. Like, I, there's nothing I could do about that. And that's
Yeah.
really like, I blame God for my belief. It's God's fault. God, God gave me it, and I'm
It's all
stuck with
your fault, God, for having me believe you.
it. It's not like it's easy.
It's not easy at all, especially in the world that we live in, where there's so much pressure and there's so much other stuff to try to give you reasons not to believe. You know what I mean? Like, so like living, like loving, being secular is so prominent these days. It's like fellow Christians like us, we're told we gotta be told to be more tolerable about stuff that we know, like, God really doesn't play with. You know what I mean? But we're kind of told, like, hey, you gotta, what about the human side of you, like saying, oh, you gotta be more accepting of this and that. And yeah, and that is a hard line to walk sometimes, especially nowadays. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
sometimes I wonder.
now, if you don't know Mac the Human, we got one of my close friends, Mr. Weed. He is somebody that does not believe in God, right?
Yeah, yeah,
There's
yeah. No, that's a
also
great
people
question.
here.
If it's irrational, why believe? So my answer to
Right.
that is, do you? I know he and I think that's a dude, have chatted a lot
Yeah, he is.
and definitely have gained a mutual respect. So my answer to that is, I don't choose my beliefs. I believe what I believe. I believe what I've been convinced of, just like everybody else. I don't think belief is a choice. And so, like, whether it's irrational or not, I think, honestly, I think probably all of us hold to beliefs that can be pointed out to have at least no rational foundation. And that doesn't mean they're irrational, but um, there's like there's like famous philosophical kind of Chinese figure traps where you can say something like, "How do you even know you're not a head in a box?" Or like having a in
Hmm.
a matrix kind of a situation, and there's no way to prove you're not. So it's sort of, you could argue that there's no rational foundation to believe we're not in a simulation. Well, but that's not very helpful. Like, I, you might believe it, you might not believe it, but most of us walk around believing we're not in a simulation and that reality is real, and the universe matters, etc. And that could be seen as an irrational belief, and I think a God belief is in that same kind of camp. Like, I believe it because I've been convinced of it, and because it works. It's an operational, like, success for me to believe in God. So, um, in other words, it's, I choose to
I
believe.
choose to believe, then found they were irrational, and then stopped believing.
Oh,
Jay,
I
you wanna speak on what Mr. Weed talking about why is it that he feels believing is irrational? How do you feel about what Mr. Weed is talking about?
Well, I mean, I believe, right? So I can't say that it's irrational to me. Like, I think that, like, science might say it's irrational, so he's justified in feeling that it may be irrational because science would indicate that no such thing is occurring. Like, we don't see any impulses or anything physically occurring in the body that could indicate something beyond what we're able to see. So my argument is something I know I can't prove, you know? I just suppose, right? And I know that the true criteria to find out the truth of my argument is death. Something I don't want to find out right away. Like, I'm good. I could find that out later. And
We can wait on that. We can
yeah,
wait on that, right?
we can wait on that. So it's like I'm good, right? And I know
yeah, but
that
that is the destination. That's where we're all going.
for
So
sure.
that is deep. That is the answer.
Yeah.
That's the answer.
But I don't feel like that death is the answer, right? I think death is just a process. You see what I'm saying? Like the way this life is a process. And we
Sure.
have to experience this life like the way we have to experience that death. You see what I'm saying? Like the way we didn't know what came
We
before
do.
this, now we don't know where we go next. This is what leads me to believe if we even go somewhere, like, because the
Right.
brain might just shut off. There
Right.
might not be no continuance of life, and science might be right. We have to also come to grips with the fact that science might be 100% right. You understand what I'm saying? And there is
Yeah, I
no
do. I
afterlife.
do.
This is real. You see, it just
Yeah.
shuts off and nothing. You know?
But that's what.
Um, if I may say, let me at first let me go and answer Mr. Wee's question about our Discord conversation. He has a server on Discord that I follow. And we have our religious talk channel, and we go back and forth on that. The question was basically because I had a question because if you don't know Mac the Human, this is my first time ever this year going through the Old Testament. I've been all New Testament prior, so I'm
Nice.
discovering new stuff in the Old
Yeah.
Testament, and I brought up there was this one passage in Ezekiel 18:32 where I brought up and it says in the BSB, I'll read the BSB translation. For I take no pleasure in anyone's death, declares the Lord God, so repent and live, right? And then I was telling him that I'm going through Ezekiel 23, talking about the two adulterous sisters, and then that's when David came in, and then I told him how I interpreted 1832 as being a spiritual death, right? And then he basically brought up his lineage on David because I brought up Ezekiel. Oh gosh, where's it at? It's somewhere later in Ezekiel where it's basically saying that that there's gonna be no one in the kingdom that is not from the lineage of David, right? Where it says somewhere in scripture how God will always have someone in the throne that came from David.
Yeah.
I'm paraphrasing here. I don't want to butcher it. And he basically broken down the lineage for King David. So I wanted to say, Mr. Wee, thank you for that history lesson. He's a smart guy. You know what I mean? That's why I like engaging with Mr. Wee because it, he's a smart man and he knows his stuff. And I just wanted to answer him and saying I told him like, hey, I'm gonna do some outside Bible research. I'm gonna look up David's lineage and so forth. And he's basically saying that those type of records I can't find if I wanted to look for who's currently sitting on the throne that's from David's line. So that was my answer to that. I wanted to know your answer, Mr. Mack, on what on his question on his statement right here though. It's not just science, even logical, ideologically. I'm perfectly comfortable not knowing what happens. What you say?
After
Oh,
the
and
inevitable.
Yep, after inevitable. And Jeremiah was never a lack of man. Ezekiel is the rest. Yeah, uh, yeah, that is true. Isaiah and Jeremiah are freaking doozies. If and I encourage all, if you haven't read that Old Testament, and I still think First and Second Samuel and First and Second Kings are my favorite books
Right
so
on.
far. Out of the, oh my gosh, those stories are freaking amazing. With that said, what is your opinion when he keeps saying that he's uncomfortable with not knowing what happens at the end? Personally, I want to know what's going to happen to me and my soul when I leave. That's why I'm so diligent in that word. So there's no question, there's no excuses from my end of why I ended up where hopefully is with the Lord for eternity. But I'm saying I want to have no shadow of a doubt that I know why I ended up where I ended up. So, what's your opinion on that, Mac?
I um, I think I know, but I am also comfortable, or I'm comfortable sort of not knowing for sure till I get there because I trust God, because I do believe in God and I trust Him. I think it's a reason that, like, if God exists, it's reasonable to trust Him with stuff like that. So, um, but I got a lot of thoughts about death and what the Bible says about death. You know, including in Isaiah. You were talking about Isaiah, and it says in Isaiah that God kills and makes alive. You know, um, there's a whole like theme in the Bible, throughout the Bible, where anytime somebody talks about death, it's usually coupled with the concept of a return. You know, and so like your body does return to dust that it's made out of. You know, that's what happens to your body. You know, that is it. It does go into that ground and or up in the air as ash, you know, or whatever happens to it, but it returns. And spirit comes from God, according to the Bible, and it returns to God, you know. And so, like that's the return, you know. That's what. And so, you know, the fact that the central message of Christianity is that God also makes alive from death, and that death is an enemy of God, and that death will actually be thrown into the lake of fire at the end. Death itself will be. That is exciting. That is good news, because that means everybody that died is going to come back. Is going to get life again, you know. And God is a living God, and God gives us life. Like if you're alive, it's because of God, you know. And so
God is the God of the living, not the dead.
That's right. And God's gonna chuck death right into the lake of fire. And so after that happens, there's no more death, and that's a victory. So
Jay, how do you feel about Mr. Weed's thing about living your moment here as if it's your last, essentially?
I mean, I'm not mad at it. I think that, you know, there's room for that. There's logical sense there, you know. Worry about what you can help. Worry about what you can affect, your day to day, you know. Like, it's nothing you can do. It's nothing you can do. You're here, you wake up, you go to sleep. One day you're just not going to be able to do that no more. You're going to be in a different state.
And
you
know, Mr. Weed, I'm gonna have to disagree on that, bruh. No, you're good to resist.
you know.
Now I have to point out, you know, don't mean to interrupt, Jay, but I do have to point out, because I hear this argument from those that don't believe all the time, that there is no mention of hell in the Old Testament. I know at least three different names of hell in the Old Testament from different books. Recently in Ezekiel, the pit. That's one. Another. See, and he got my S word right here. You see that, Mr. Maxie? This is See, I see. First of all, I love this real time engagement. This is another reason why I love doing these things.
By the way, I agree with this. I agree that Sheol isn't hell and Gehenna isn't hell either.
Oh, you agree with this? Okay. See? Yeah. See?
Yeah.
I'm thinking they're all one and the same. Okay.
I want Weed to come in here and explain it.
Yeah, no. See, now, what will make you say that Sheol is not in the same context as hell? Or what with this? Why do you believe that?
Well, it's based on looking at the way
Pit doesn't count. Yes, it does. What? Pit don't count? Hell not. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Matt. Go ahead, Matt.
Okay. I think pit might be an instance of Sheol being translated to pit, but so according to like the theology of the Jewish people at the time and currently, Sheol is only designates the place where the dead go when they die. It doesn't describe what that place is, and it's not a particular place where only evil people go either. It's just where dead people go. And it really clicked for me what Sheol means sort of in a contemporary way when a translator I was listening to said that it's similar to sort of the Hebrew shoulder shrug, like Sheol, like I don't know where they went, but they're gone.
So is that a spot that's like a purgatory spot, like a temporary spot for them to be at, or for souls to be at? Is that like a?
They don't have like a heaven and hell cosmology, They weren't really concerned with the afterlife. They're concerned with this life, and for them, the kingdom was a physical kingdom on the earth that Christ would reign over, which is what they believed and what the Bible taught and what the disciples expected from Jesus too, was that he'd be a king, so it's just like a whole different cosmology. The idea of a heaven and a hell didn't start percolating into the tradition until Greek times, which a lot of people say it came from Zoroastrianism, but I don't know. But Jesus called it the kingdom of heaven, but he was referring to an earthly, like, perfect kingdom, like with a perfect king, which sounds dope to me. Like, we could use that. But
it does. We can.
Yeah.
I do want to say, Mr. Goodwick, I know who you are, but you must be a friend of Mac the Human. So shout out to you for stopping by on the channel. I do encourage you to please like and share and sub. You know what I mean? So
that's a sister.
Okay, well, sister in Christ, thank you for stopping by. Please, if you could like and share. You are amongst friends here that are respectful to one another. So I do want to say thank you for stopping by and showing Mac the Human some love. And I also want to say shout out to one of my ninjas, Theo, an unbeliever that's a secular humanist, but is still one of them ones. He's on par with Mr. Weed as far as I'm concerned. So he's also definitely good people. All right. So I want to shout out y'all for stopping by. Again, thank you guys for stopping by. Y'all can be anywhere else. Please, yes, ring that bell, y'all. Ring that bell when Bibles and Beats is on live. I'm trying out a new time frame, 5:30 to 7:30ish Pacific Standard Time. I'm experimenting with time so I can get more people engagement in the real time. And again, thank you guys so much. This is not about me. All glory to God. You know what I mean? But I do want to say, well, yes. I do want to say thank you guys once again for stopping by. I say we could do this for another good 10 some minutes, and then it's back to me having my day off with my better half. All right.
That's nice.
What's it called? Is Zorro Greek inspired? Oh, we're talking about if you're just popping in right now, we're on an open discussion portion. We are kind of in a good discussion about why show the pit and those names doesn't coincide with hell in the Old Testament. And this was brought up with Mr. Weed saying that it is a New Testament concept. And I'm trying to tell him, man, I'm hearing show and pit in Isaiah, Jeremiah, and so forth. So if y'all just popping in, if y'all have y'all opinions on it, whether if you want to join the panel or in the chat, hey, I'm all for it. This is what we're here for. All right. Let's see what Theo's saying. Believer in national law. That is what Theo is all about. Mount Olympus, idealistically, with the cosmic duality of Satan and God, which follows with Zorro. I'm I hear Zorro, I'm thinking Mad Zorro. So this is new to me right here with the mess up.
Zoroastrianism. It's a
Ah,
it's from Persia. It's a
oh,
really old
speaking
religion.
of Persia, speaking of Persia, I found out. Not that I found out, but Mr. Wee wanted to elaborate that Cyrus, that's in Ezra, right, is Cyrus the second, and he was the founder of the Persian Empire.
Right.
So that was new info given to me outside the Bible. So I wanted to say thank you, Mr. Wee, for dropping that on the Discord as well.
Man, you're gonna learn
Yeah.
so much doing this.
Hey, 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 Mac, for
People are
real.
gonna reach out and teach
I,
you. This is awesome.
Hey, and here's the thing, Mac. I'm all about learning stuff. Like Mr. Wee said, I thought I was past. Like you're not gonna tell me anything. I read the Bible like anybody else. What different are you gonna tell me? But nowadays, like, hey, I'm more receptive to learning stuff outside the Bible, and like I'm outside of learning because I don't want to be a Mr. Holier than thou know it
Right.
all. Like who wants to be around that? You know what I mean? I'm not trying to have that. So I'm humble enough to say like, hey, I'm still willing to learn, and if this is the format that I'm willing to use, Mac, then so be it. You know, I'm hoping not just myself though. Not that I'm not the only one learning. I'm hoping everybody learn. You know what I mean? That
Definitely.
everybody come away with something to take home. You all right?
Absolutely. Growing in Him.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. What's it called? Because the pit is a literal grave, Shell means grave. Rachel weeps from her grave, and Gehenna is a physical place on earth in the valley of Hinnom, to
Mhm.
summarize. And then we got Zoroastrianism. Again, see, a brother learning some things. Jay, you want to speak on what we're learning here about? Again, I'm still well, I ain't gonna front. I'm still kind of iffy about that show not being held. I'm still kind of I'm hearing y'all though.
It's
I'm gonna
challenging.
hear y'all opinions, but I mean, as I go through it,
It's a
I want
hard
to
one.
see. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just that's
What's
the
your
thing.
opinion on this, Jay?
That's the thing that's what makes this book confusing because so many different books get added in, taken out all throughout the ages. The concept of hell apparently didn't even exist in the whole Old Testament, which made all kinds of declarations and was told to be upheld in the New Testament. And if that's what it is, and it doesn't speak of a hell, how is this new hell introduced? Like, what it's just a whole lot, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, look now, you saying you didn't even realize this. You just learning it now. Like, this is the type of things that happen. And then when you dig deep enough, you know what the conundrum becomes. It becomes, oh, that's just metaphor. That's just metaphor. Or the Bible is not a science book. It's not made to tell you about everything like that. It just gives you a brief summary, and it's made for different reasons. But I'm like, you know, it it leaves me with more questions than answers every time, And this is just another
I
one of those.
respect that.
This is just another one of those instances. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
I have to say like yeah, a heaven and hell is a sticky situation. Oh hey, what we got up in here? What we got up in here? That's what
Say
I'm talking about. Right when we try to we almost having a full house up in here. Shout out to Resist. Speak your mind on this subject, bro. What's up with this Zoroastrianism and so forth? What are we
Well,
talking about, bro?
well, you gotta remember this is Second Temple, right? So Rome had come in, persecuted these people, exiled them, and all of a sudden Persia comes, bow, blast through that bitch, takes over, frees the Jews, actually starts helping them build their second temple. So you got
Yep.
Jews mixing in with all these Zoroastrianism Persians, and their cultures start mixing. They start accepting one another's religious ideas and interpreting them into theirs. And so then what happens is Rome comes back down, knocks down that second fucking temple, reallocates the Jews, the rabble rousers, and puts them back into exile because that kind of worked last time. And so all of a sudden the Greeks are back in control and they start picking up on Christianity and the Gnostic tribes and they're fighting the pagans up north and I'm going to centralize this idea and they're going to have a monotheistic God and place that, but we want something negative to be behind it, and that's where the Zoroastrianism comes in, because it was always cosmic duality, a balance of like good and
Mm.
evil or opposing forces, yin and yang, that kind of thing. And so this is that whole second temple launch that goes into CE, where we start picking up like Paul and others and their interpretations of those said books that were around in Judaism at the time.
Mm.
Okay. 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 See now, stuff like this, I want to take home and like marinate and chew on. You know what I mean? That this is gonna make me like look outside. You know, when Google search, all right, what really happened during Cyrus' reign with Persia? Like, how did the construction of the second temple really happen? You know what I mean? Like, it will make me get my Agatha Christie on and trying to and trying to discover the mystery of the text. You know what I mean? And like and get to the bottom of it. I feel like I'm a detective, like trying to pinpoint every inaccuracy or accuracy with the text. You know what I mean? Because
Oh,
I just want to tell Mac the Human, like, these my ninjas, my atheist my atheist friends that I have here, I they are more of because I have a big like prove you wrong button thing in that I have, right, and they really like push that like times 20. So like with that being said, like this is why I'm all like verse by verse, you know, cross referencing, dissecting like each and every syllable of the Old Testament to compare the old and new. So when we have these discussions, I could be like, you know, this is what I'm coming with. I could see why you guys feel this way because there are real contentious points in the Old Testament. You know, of course, slavery, of course, you know,
Oh
um,
yeah.
family marriage. Let's just say that, you know what I mean? But my big thing that I've learned so far is that these Israelites are hard headed like a mud. Like God gave them chance after chance, sending prophets and prophets, and I mean they just go back. Oh, let's just pray to some more Baal and pray to some more crazy idols, and like that's what I've learned the most so far out of this Old Testament is like, I mean, I don't know how many times God got to slap them with a plague, with a war and famine like they got to deal with. But no matter how many times, they just go back to the craziness. So that's what I'm learning from all this so far. You know what I mean?
Mm.
What
I
we
wish
got?
I
New hell. The new hell. Let me read off these
yeah, but
chats real quick. The new hell is a concept made up to scare you when the greatest consequence was the separation from God. That's why there's a hierarchy to heaven in the OT. Even Jesus reiterates that. If you could please drop the verse on where Jesus reiterates what you just said, I would definitely appreciate that, Mr. Weed. Those who teach the least of these things will be called least in the kingdom of heaven. Hey, And I see. I love it when he drops some Bible too. But maybe because the writer's goal was completely subservience. That's what I'm thinking. That is. Mac, do you wanna go talk about what we got here? You know what? I'm gonna go for another 5 minutes since Resist wanted to pop his butt up on the panel almost last minute. We could chop it up another 5-10 minutes and then we can go wrap it up. I'm kind of liking where this discussion is going. And again, y'all, thank you guys for stopping by on the panel, stopping by, taking your time here. Because again, y'all could be anywhere else on the planet doing y'all thing on Wednesday, but y'all here. So I do want to, I am grateful for y'all time, and I do want to spend this time wisely with y'all, so we could all come away learning the thing or two. All right.
For sure.
You said Matthew 5, where that's referenced. Okay. Blah blah blah. All right. So Matthew 5. All right. Um. Mac, do you wanna expound on what we were just talking about, or do you got something else? We could kind of like have like closing statements, so to speak,
Oh,
even right now. You know what
um,
I mean, or
yeah,
what is on your mind that we could like take home with us. You know what I mean, as we go and kind of close this out for the night.
all right. Um, let's see.
And we could
Uh,
go clockwise. Resist, you can go, and then J Money, you can have the last word.
uh, all right, sounds good.
Oh, yeah,
So you want me to start? Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Go ahead,
Okay,
Matt.
I mean, the what I would say to everybody, no matter where they're at, is that God's got one of God's operating things is grace, and grace is humongous. Grace overwhelms, the Bible says. So grace overflows and superabounds. Even there's a Greek word that can be translated superabounds, referring to grace. This is a gigantic thing. This God
Mm-hmm.
that we're dealing with, and He's blessing you whether you realize it or not. That's the thing about grace. A friend of mine once said, if he was sitting across the table from me and my breath stank, and he never mentioned it because he was enjoying the conversation so much, he's showing me grace, and I don't even realize it. I don't even know my breath stinks. He's putting up with that and suffering for me. God is suffering for us. God suffered for us. And that's grace, whether we realize it or not. And we benefit from it, whether we realize it or not. So I believe that's good news, something to meditate on.
I like that. Hey, Grace, aka Love and Devotion, he is very big on that, and I learned that throughout the Old Testament that his love and devotion endures forever. All right, so please keep
That's
that in mind, y'all. All right, resist. What you got for us, guy?
Oh, as always, man, I appreciate you just taking the interest in it and then accepting it, and always just keep looking deeper into it. You, Nicaea was a thing. They chopped down canon. Look at what they chopped out. Just learn more about all of it. And if anything, it doesn't hurt. You're learning different things that could have influenced how your religion became, and you can grow from that.
Hey, there we go. And this is what it's all about. Like these open discussions, these panel things is for all of us to grow. Like of course, I still got some growing to do. I still got some reading to do, and I will break down why we have different canons and why Orthodox picks up, these set of books, etc. Why Ethiopian Bible got all the books and so forth, stuff like the Nicene Creed and all the creeds and like the Apostles' Creed. I want to look into all of that. Am I big on doctrine? Am I big on philosophy? No, because Titus 3:9 teaches otherwise. This is try to stay away from that. All right, but with that said, we're all about freaking learning and expanding. So thank you, Resist, for dropping that up in here, and thank you for stopping by. Um, Jay, what we got? What we got for us all, bro?
I mean, shoot, man. The best thing I could say that I've learned is to believe in the science, man. Like science is gonna get you a long way. Science is how we cure diseases. It's how our kids are gonna live a better life. You know what I mean? More technology field. They're gonna have more fun than us. They're gonna see more things than us. You know, science is the gift to humanity. It's what allows us to be more than just stagnant beings on all fours. Like we evolve and we get better, and science is responsible for that. And just love your scientists, man. Love the science, because it's a good thing.
Okay. Amen.
I'm about to say just to speak on what Jay's saying. Like I will always respect, doctors, scientists, physicians because hey, look at where technology is. I mean, they've taken away diseases that freaking like imagine us living through a bubonic plague by now. Imagine us going through Ebola by now, or crazy stuff like that. So shout out to the scientists out there. Like I will never like go poo poo science up in here. Like science is important for for our development, for our well being, because we could definitely still be living in stone ages without science. You know what I mean? Science does play a role. I just think God has something to do with that science. That's just my opinion. You know what I mean? Like, that God has touched. He has His hand on all of it. You know what I mean? That's where I'm coming with that. And I know you're talking about Matthew 5 and the best of twos. I know, Mr. Wee, what Matthew 5 is talking about, but thank you for the reference for that. And yeah, yeah, yeah. And again, there are contentious points in the Bible. You know what I mean? That real, real authentic Christians can't like run away from. You know what I mean? It is there. You know what I mean? But again, this is my opinion, and this is how I take it. The difference is that I believe what happened in the text. I believe, all the crazy stuff. How women were treated and stuff. Like, I believe there was a talking donkey. I believe that Balaam came with his 4 or 5 oracles, but then at the same time, like, he reaped his sin of encouraging, Moabite women to pollute the to the Israelite men, so to speak. So that's the difference. Like, I believe that stuff happened, in my opinion. All right. So it is unfortunate slavery happened. It's unfortunate forced labor happened, and it's unfortunate women were treated like property, and unfortunately there were children that were taken out and stuff. But I believe that it happened. You know what I mean? That I believe that is one of the core differences at the end of the day. Oh, okay. Yes, my love.
Yeah, you gotta go, man.
Yeah, go tend to that. Tend to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all see that, right? All right. All right. That
I
is
got a
the
wife
way
too.
a brother needs to roll. So, hey, so with that being said, y'all, thank you guys once again for at least stopping by. If you stop after the WavGrind unboxing, please go back to the beginning, see what type of sounds that were displayed for the WavGrind's Hit Lab sound pack. And I'm hoping I have the same type of panel tomorrow. I have the same type of volume tomorrow as we get into Second Peter chapter 3, I believe. episode, I believe 15 or 16. I gotta look through the channel, and then we're gonna be reading from the LSB translation with the NLT Illustrated Study Bible for the deep dive tomorrow. We're gonna play with the same. Theo, you funny. No, no. So yeah, and there you go. You see that? Hey, so with the wifey coming back later, we can go and open panel a little bit later tomorrow too, and then we're gonna get into that second Peter. All right. So again, Mac the Human, thank you, my brother in Christ, for stopping by in the panel. I definitely appreciate your presence
Thanks
here.
for the
You know
hospitality.
what I mean?
Appreciate it.
Man, and the hospitality will always be here, bro. J Money, as always, my ninja. Thank you for stopping by and showing your support and giving your perspective and your discussions on what it is with science and you and everything. All right,
Good
and
to meet you.
thank you, Mr. Weed. Thank you, Theo. Thank you, Resist, for stopping by the panel. Thank you, everybody that stopped by. You know what I mean? Your presence is definitely appreciated up in here. And again, what's vital to the streets, in my opinion, is that Bible and the beats. Yeah.